Welcome back to Heath's House, where we do a little bit of everything all the time, and it usually turns out right. Today, we're going to be cutting this 3-bone prime rib up into 3 1-bone prime ribs, which are perfect for lunchtime smokes. You just want a little bit of meat, but you want a prime rib. That's what you do. Tomorrow, we're going to smoke it. I'm going to season it tonight. I'm actually going to season all 3 of these because they're not going to last long. And then once it's seasoned, we're going to put it in the fridge. 2 of them we're going to backpack in the fridge seasoned. And then the other ones, I'm going to just leave in some saran wrap overnight. Let the salt do its magic. But these are beautiful chunks of meat, so these are going to make some delicious lunches. All right, I think I'm going to take that one for my lunch tomorrow. Yeah. So when I make these, I don't season my meat too heavily. You'll see some people get on their channels, and honestly, you can't even tell there's meat there. Like they have so much seasoning on there. I feel like if you're gonna season it that much, you basically don't need to spend money on good meat. You can just get whatever you want. Put that much seasoning on some tofu, you're not gonna tell the difference. For me, I just like a little salt and pepper. Not even a ton. I go a little bit heavier on the salt because I let it sit overnight. And the salt kind of helps pull all that stuff in. But if I'm going to cook some meat, I'm going to get meat that I like to eat. And then I'm going to cook it right so it actually tastes good. Nice and tender. So all I'm using right now is a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of garlic, and a little bit of onion. Maybe a little bit too much onion. There we go. I'm gonna flip these over. Yeah, that big one's definitely my lunch for tomorrow. Here's the salt. But one benefit of taking this prime rib and turning it into a 1-bone portion, doesn't need to smoke as long, and you get that smoky flavor all the way to the center of it. If I do a bigger prime rib, like if I had left this as 3-bone, I would have actually cut the ribs off and taped or strung them back on with my butcher's twine, and then I would have seasoned a little bit in between the bone and the meat, and then I would have let that sit overnight as well. And this onion comes out fast. I'm just going to put a little bit on this fat. Actually, there's enough on my hands. I'm just gonna pick it up off the seat. There we go. This way we don't waste any seasoning. And don't worry, I got some portobello mushrooms we're gonna smoke with this. That way my wife can have a nice snack too. All right, well, I'm gonna wrap these up in some saran wrap. So like I said before, I do a lot of cooking. So this is 2,000 square feet of saran wrap, which you don't see in a normal home, but I use it a lot. and those small ones don't run out too fast, so it doesn't make any sense to get those. And I'm just going to wrap these up nice and tight. Like I said, I was gonna backpack those two. They'll stay backpacked for like a week or so in the fridge, but I honestly don't think they're gonna last that long, so I'm going to just put them in some saran wrap right now. I have a feeling it's gonna be a good couple days for smoking some meats. And when you put these in your fridge, you want to make sure you remember what ties the top side, because you don't want to set these seam side down and get blood all over your fridge. That's never a good thing. I'm actually smoking some of these for my neighbors as well. I think a couple of them got bigger prime ribs that they're gonna do for Christmas. So when I light my smoker up tomorrow to make lunch for myself, I'm probably gonna have multiple prime ribs on there. Although I guess tomorrow's only Christmas Eve, so I might be smoking those on Christmas Day. I don't remember. But thanks for stopping by.